Year 9, Year 10, Year 11, welcome to an example response on love in Romeo and Juliet. The question was, how does Shakespeare present different types of love? This student would have received a band 6, so you're talking 28, 29, 30 marks. It was done in time conditions. So you'll see what the student's done. She begins with Romeo and Juliet and then she moves to other types of love that are displayed. So here you are. In Romeo and Juliet, Shakespeare uses the orchard scene to show the forbidden but pure relationship the characters have. Beginning with the extract, Juliet talks of the nightingale in juxtaposition to the lark. Shakespeare highlights the conflicted nature of Romeo and Juliet's relationship because they must remain secretive, as it would be frowned upon by their families. The imagery of the birds mirrors the reference of light and dark, as the couple only appear together at night. In addition, the vulnerability of the relationship is present here, as the extent of the risk of being discovered is apparent. Contrasting this, at the end of the play, the character's love becomes desperate. Juliet says, "I long to die," outlining how the vulnerability has led to doom. One interpretation of this is desperation. The love is that strong they are willing to go to extreme lengths to be together, no matter how rash. Alternatively, this can be viewed as immaturity, as the love is young and raw. Juliet's rash actions signify the intensity of new love. Referring back to the extract, Shakespeare uses the personification of Cynthia's brow. In Greek mythology, goddess Cynthia is a representative of the moon, again showing how the relationship is only at night. However, metaphorically, this links to early in the play when Juliet tells Romeo not to swear by the inconstant moon. Despite her initial dislike of the blazon love, Juliet is here portraying her change, her growing maturity. This is symbolic of the unison of the two as the relationship has progressed. Another love Shakespeare uses within Romeo and Juliet is protective fatherly love. In Act 1, Lord Capulet refuses to give permission for Paris to marry Juliet, as she is yet a stranger in the world. Shakespeare is metaphorically conveying Juliet's youth and how, at the time, the father is responsible for all that is to happen to her. Although Paris is the county, Lord Capulet doesn't want to lose his daughter to any man, whilst she was still in his control. In the extract, Romeo uses the imperative "come death and welcome." Shakespeare does this to emphasise how the relationship is doomed, as fate has already decided, as Romeo is the tragic hero. His tragic flaw of acting too quickly will eventually lead to his death. By tempting fate, Romeo is foreshadowing what is to come for him and Juliet, solidifying how their love is synonymous with death. As predicted in the prologue, the love is powerful. Whereas in Act 1, Romeo's love is immature, Shakespeare uses oxymorons such as "oh, brawling love" or "loving hate" to suggest Romeo is infatuated with Rosaline, despite not knowing her properly. His supposed heartbreak is childish, which Shakespeare uses as a juxtaposition to his love to Juliet. By doing so, Shakespeare implies Romeo and Juliet's love is faithful and sincere, whereas his liking of Rosaline is shallow feelings that was never meaningful. At the end of the extract, Juliet uses the personification that the light it grows. This is metaphorical of how their time apart seems to be getting longer. Shakespeare is foreshadowing the inevitable doom of the relationship. Additionally, it is the desperate need of them staying together. So again, you can see in 45 minutes, it's clear, there's clear analysis of Shakespeare's language. You could argue that the protective love is a little bit misplaced in terms of the structuring of the essay. Perhaps it could have gone at the end, but you can see in 45 minutes, exam conditions, that this is clearly a high response. The wording, the expression, the terminology is all wonderful. I hope this has been useful. Please check out my YouTube channel for other videos. There is a video for every single character from the play, including in-depth ones on Romeo and Juliet. And massive good luck in your English literature exam.